A look at the birth chart of Bill Gates. Bill Gates was born on the 28th of October 1955 in Seattle, Washington State at 10 p.m. in the evening. With a sun sign of Scorpio, Bill's focal awareness is situated in the sign of Desire, ruled by Mars and Pluto, promoting a proactive desire to transform and control the world around him. However, there is a downside to this sun sign, sometimes manifesting in cruel, controlling, and manipulative behavior. His moon sign or subconscious placement is in Aries, another sign ruled by Mars. This represents his intuition, emotional needs, and sensitivity. Moon in Aries people can often be impulsive, with a fiery disposition of hot-headedness. They intuitively know what they need and the direction necessary to get there. These people also get a sense of emotional satisfaction from initiating new projects and ventures. Uranus in his first house of the projected self. These people tend to appear as unique, innovative geniuses, forward-thinking and revolutionary when it comes to new technology. This planet sits in the backdrop of Leo, the sign of the will, with an eye for detail. The second house is the house of wealth, money and prosperity. Here we find Jupiter conjunct Pluto, in a backdrop of Leo. Jupiter is the planet of expansion and abundance, and together with Pluto, the planet of intensity and extremes, promotes an immense intuitive capacity towards acquiring wealth. The only downfall here is although this conjunction has the potential to create vast wealth, Pluto is also a destructive planet, which could wipe that wealth out in a flash. As Pluto has a controlling and obsessive aspect to its nature, these people can become obsessed with making money and controlling their wealth and assets. With many planets being in Bill's fourth house of home and family, this area of his life is important to him. With the sun being here, a great deal of his attention is focused on his home and family, and with Mars and Mercury present, it will be a lively, energetic family environment with a great deal of activity and communication. Neptune will bring dreams and illusions into the mix, giving a somewhat magical element to their family life. Usually the mother takes precedence in the home. However, with the sun in the fourth house can indicate a strong father presence in both Bill Gates' own family and the one he was born into, even to the point of having a form of father complex. This is also the house of real estate and land. With Mars and Neptune here, Bill will have the energy and be proactive towards his dreams of acquiring real estate and land, while trying to keep a balanced home environment. Saturn and Venus are situated in his fifth house of pleasure, creativity, speculation and romance. This signifies a desire to be creative in all areas which bring him pleasure. With Saturn in this placement, an element of control and patience is offered to any project or speculative investment to the point of fruition. The Venus placement in a man's chart can give an indication as to the type of woman he is attracted to, one who shares the same joys and pleasures, together with similar goals towards speculation. This suggests it is not just a simple marriage. but also a business partnership. And with Saturn added to the mix, it has the potential for longevity. In the 10th house of career and public image, the moon is almost conjunct to the midheaven. These people have an inner need for recognition and achievement. This placement can often bring fame, generally with a good public reputation. The moon shows comfort in his career, and being in the backdrop of Aries, this person would need to be the head of whatever career or business they are involved in. His public image will be important to him, as there will be emotional attachment here, promoting him to do all he can to keep his good reputation intact. The moon also represents a person's mother, and in this placement it suggests his mother was successful in her own career, possibly a public figure or a person of high social standing. With the moon here, his emotions are tied to his work and his work to his emotions, often making emotional-based decisions, along with quick changes, as the moon is the fastest moving celestial body, influencing mood swings. This can also promote, on occasions, childish behavior within the work environment. If we now take the whole chart as a life cycle of 72 years, beginning at the ascendant in 1955, the year Gates was born, we can go around the chart clockwise to see which planets influence particular years. In 1977, the moon is prominent. This is around the time Bill Gates sets up Microsoft, and with his mother's help, gets the contract from IBM to create the operating system for the PC. When comparing a computer to the human mind, the operating system would be the subconscious part ruled by the moon. In 1986, the part of fortune appears in Bill Gates's chart. This represents worldly success, and it just happens to coincide with the time Microsoft goes public, making Bill Gates the youngest billionaire in the world. 1 year later, he meets Melinda, and over the next few years develop a loving relationship. This all takes place in his 7th house, representing relationships and marriage. In 2005, the Queen of England bestows an honorary knighthood on Bill Gates for his contribution to the United Kingdom's establishment. The sun represents the focal conscious mind and gold. At this time, Bill Gates shifts his focus away from Microsoft after holding the position of the richest man for 12 consecutive years. The planet of dreams and illusions, Gates throws himself into multiple projects with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The planet of communication sees Bill Gates promoting his message all around the world. The planet of proactive movement, promoting tours all over the world. Jupiter and Pluto. Here we see the expansive influence of Jupiter and the transforming and extreme influence of Pluto, about to make Bill Gates vast sums of wealth. However, with Pluto's destructive capacity, there is always a possibility of extremes in either direction.